The statistics are scary. In the United States alone, the number of COVID-19 cases skyrocketed from less than 10 in early February to nearly 330,000 in early April, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Globally, more than 1 million people have tested positive for a disease that was unknown to the general public a few months ago. Aside from the coronavirus pandemic, the biggest, most destructive exponential growth processes that we must grapple with today are those associated with global climate change. Like the person-to-person transmission of coronavirus, climate change is happening in smaller increments that can be easy to ignore until the cumulative effects can be measured: a rise in average yearly temperatures, melting glaciers, more destructive hurricanes, more intense wildfires, droughts, species extinction, the list goes on. People need to recognize that we do have a tendency to put these things out of our minds, and we have to reframe the problem so people can think about them now in a way that they wouldn't otherwise. In Spain, after a couple of days in lockdown, the European Space Agency's Copernicus Sentinel-5P satellite brought back new atmospheric data. With the ability to measure the concentration of greenhouse gases and other pollutants in the atmosphere, the satellite showed a drop in air pollution, from the 1st of January to the 11th of March. Nitrogen gas, an especially harmful pollutant that increases the risk of asthma, lung inflammation and other health issues, has been especially affected. Concentrations of this poisonous gas that is typically emitted from cars, power plants and other industrial sources fell approximately by 40%. Satellites are beginning to detect similar variations in other big European cities headed into lockdowns, similar to that of the Italian lockdown. With these new observations, the European Space Agency will be able to monitor the situation. After a longer period of time, more data can be collected and studied. With this data, the European Space Agency will be able to confirm this pattern. Lockdowns lead to a decrease in human activity, which then leads to a decrease in atmospheric pollutants. The ozone layer in the upper atmosphere shows the positive signs of healing itself. While skies are clearer, rivers' water seems cleaner. The stoppage of industrial pollutants and industrial wastes has shown a positive effect on water quality. Even the wildlife has filled the vacuum by taking the opportunity presented by our widespread absence to venture out and explore. With less human movement, the planet has literally calmed. UN leaders, scientists and activists are pushing for an urgent public debate so that recovery can focus on green jobs and clean energy, building efficiency, natural infrastructure and strengthening of global commons rather than going back to business as usual. The political focus has shifted from individual consumption to collective well-being. This pandemic must be taken as a call from nature.